God.
Alright guys, now
Disappointed.
I'm going to show you the build I use for Captain America. Now I do use two separate builds for Captain America depending on what I'm playing. Now if I'm playing the raid I have one build, and anything outside of the raid I have a different build. Now for the gear piece, for my melee piece, I do use this piece for pretty much everything, including the raid, up until you fight Claw. Now when you fight Claw, you do want to change to something that does straight vibranium damage. You will do more damage by just doing straight up vibranium than you would doing a battery effect with something like this that does shock and vibranium. Now if you're using this piece, I would recommend changing your range piece to something like Sonic, apply Sonic damage to him, and then hit him with some vibranium. You'll do a lot more damage than this. But this piece is really good. You have a melee vibranium payload, light combos do shock damage, and you have a 200% increase heroic charge rate while Captain's Defense is active. Now this piece I did get from uh, the Vibranium event chain. This event chain resets every day. Uh, Took me about an hour to get this piece, so just saves coming over and over. It took me a while, but I finally got it. It's definitely worth it. You get some proficiency from it. Proficiency is pretty good, I think. I noticed that I get a lot more crit chances, crit hits, a lot more with just some extra proficiency, especially with a commander's call. Um, you definitely notice an increase in um, crit hits that you get by just a little bit of proficiency or Captain America. Definitely needed. Captain America's crit chance is pretty low. It was at like 18% before I got this piece. Now it's at 25, almost 26%. But for my range piece, I do have this piece that I got from the raid. As Mayan Valor, you pretty much use this piece for the damage buff that it gives you. Melee critical attacks. Now usually if you don't have any proficiency on your build, it's usually the chance is like 22% because I have the proficiency, it goes up an extra 2%. That's pretty nice. For my defensive piece, now this defensive piece, I don't know why, but it took me so long to get this piece. Now I did get this piece at one point, but I didn't have Valor in it. This piece, like I've played the raid so many times with Captain America, was never able to get it with Might and Valor. Just because the Vibranium event that's going on right now, I was finally able to get it. Took me a while to get him. It took me hours to get this piece to finally get the right stats and everything at least, but hey, it's nice to finally have it. It will also increase your damage by quite a bit, just because inflicting 25% additional damage to enemies afflicted by any Vibranium stats effect. The middle perk is pretty good. Definitely would recommend it on any builds that are doing Vibranium event, any builds that are doing Vibranium damage. Now for my heroic piece, this piece, I can't remember where you get it from. I think it's either the vaults or the priority missions. I'm not 100% sure, but it's one of those missions. You get an 18% increased damage from Rally Cry, 30% increased stun damage from Broken Brawler, another 18% increased damage from Broken Brawler. I definitely recommend this. Might, Valor, and Resolve, definitely a good piece you want for Captain America. Now for my artifacts, I do use this Triple Valor. Now I use this piece for the increased damage from light combat finish by 13.5%. And we also get a 9.3% increased heroic energy regeneration for our Assault Heroic. And for our second minor artifact, we also have another Triple Valor with another increased damage for our light combat finishers, but this time it's our Support Heroic that's getting the increased heroic regeneration, which is pretty nice. Now both of these pieces I did get from offline dates at the Avengers in, I believe, Substation Zero vendor and the Anthill vendor. So I will put those offline dates in the comments if you guys want these pieces. Now for my major artifact, I pretty much always use this piece, either if I'm just fighting normal enemies or bosses. It just works the best in my opinion, but you can also use this piece. I would definitely recommend if you want an increase to the amount of orbs that are restored when you get it. So definitely recommend this one too if you want to use it. This one I do see a lot of people using it, but for some reason I do deal more damage using Tacticon than I do using the damage boost from this this major artifact. But yeah, that's the gear I use for Captain America. Outside, this is my raid build up until I buy Claw. I switch to this and this, but anything outside of Claw, like the upcoming Cloning Labs or the new Monica villain sector that's gonna be added soon, this is what I use. Um, Captain America, you can use like a Tacticon Surge piece for his melee if you want, but honestly, I don't use it because you cannot activate the Tachyon Surge while Brooklyn Brawler is active, unlike a Vibranium Payload and a damage buff. You can activate both while Brooklyn Brawler is active. I don't know why you can't activate Tachyon Surge while Brooklyn Brawler is active. It's kind of stupid if you ask me. Hopefully when they buff the heroes heroics that they're supposed to be doing this month, I believe, hopefully that's a change they make to Brooklyn Brawler. But until then, I'm fine using this piece. Alright guys, now for my skills. I'm gonna go over the skills that you mainly want, like the most important skills that you want to have active to make Captain America do a lot more damage. Now for his support heroic, I do use this one, which significantly reduces all incoming damage by a lot for Captain America. This is one I use when I fight just normal enemies in the game, but if I'm fighting a boss, it's this one. Increase the duration of rally cry by 5%. Also, it doesn't taunt the enemies, so it's really annoying when you're in a boss fight and you end up taunting the boss and he's just stomping on you while Captain America is pretty annoying, especially when you're trying to get off that light combo finisher. Now for this one, I do use this one. I would say, honestly, doesn't matter. You could probably pick any of these and be fine. For Steamroller, I use this one because I get to hold up 2 extra charges of Steamroller. For this one, I use every 2 enemies defeated with Steamroller generate a heroic orb, which is pretty nice. You can generate a lot of heroic orbs with this one. Now, the ultimate, you want to have this one active. It increases your, no, it makes it to where you can have a guaranteed critical attack on every light combo you do with Broken Brawler. And then you want this one so you can block and stop any attack while Broken Brawler is active. Really good during boss fights and even just fighting normal enemies so you can block any attack while Broken Brawler is active. Now for my mastery, the most important things I'll say you need to have active are this one that increases your light combo and heavy combo finishers by another 25%, and this one that increases your critical attack damage by 15% for both your light combo and heavy combo finishers. And then this one you want performing and taking down forces enemy to drop a rogue orb. These ones, not very important as a range. You can really pick anything you want. I would say though, probably put this one on because you have a 15% chance to generate a heroic orb, defeating enemies with a headshot. So it's pretty nice. Get another way of generating heroic orbs. Then these pretty much pick anything you want. It's not too important. These are the ones I use though. If you want to copy them, you can. Uh, Now for my champion levels, obviously I have them all done. I'm champion 375. Took a while, but I would say fastest way to level up your champion levels is just definitely take advantage of the quad XP weekends and stuff that they do. But the most important ones I'd say to level up first are the heroic damage boost, critical attack damage boost, critical chance boost, um, heroic charge rate, and probably perk chance boost. Definitely would say those are probably the most important ones to level up first. And then you can go with things like the melee damage and range damage and stuff like that. But yeah guys, that is my build for Captain America. If you guys did enjoy, please like the video, subscribe if you are new. Um, but after this there will be some more gameplay if you guys want to watch that. That would be cool, but if not, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.